Welcome to this session, and in this particular session we are basically working on the EC2 instance and elastic block storage, that's EBS. And specific in EBS we will work on EBS volume and snapshot. So let's start. So I'm just going to my EC2 console. So I have used the recently, that's why it's showing the recently service here. And here, if I'm going to launch the new instance here, so very quickly I'm just going to launch the new instance, that's a Amazon AMI, that's a Linux 2, taking the default one, that's a T2 macro free-tier eligible, and taking the default configuration. And this is my storage information. I'm just simply launching my taking the my existing default group and launching my EC2 instance here. So wait for a while, just comes the instance in a state, running state. So my instance in a running state, let's go to the instance detail here. See, now we will try to understand the how EBS is attached here. So if you go in the storage section here, this is a completely new UI, that's a 2020 new UI. And see, in a storage section you will see the block devices attached here. So there is a block devices attached here. This is the device name, so that's a dev xvda, and this is a block device information. This is attached, the default volume size is 8, device name, it's attached state, encryption is no, and deletion on the termination is enabled. So once we terminate our instance, this volume has been deleted automatically. Let's go to the volume section. So there is a two-way to go in the volume section from here. So you can go to the directly EBS volume and volume. So I'm just clicking with the new tab here. So here my volume is there. So you can see this my volume information, the size, volume type, IOPS, throughput, snapshot. So this is created from the AWS AMI, that's a default AMI, that's a Linux 2. So that's AMI has been created from this snapshot, and we use that snapshot to create our instance. So you see the availability zone is 1E, US East 1E. If you go back, if you see your instance is also deploying the same availability zone. You can see this is in networking section. So quite new for us, this UI. So you will find the information from the networking, that's availability zone is the US East 1E. So both volume and instance would be the same use case. If you see the examples, always your hard drive is nearby your motherboard. So the same as this is the same. You cannot attach the different availability zone volume to the different one. So if you want to attach, you have to create volume in that particular specific availability zone. So now how we can go from here, that also see. So in the storage section here we can see the device information. I just click here, it will move me to the volume. So in the same UI, so this is the volume. So on this volume we can create the multiple action. The modify volume, create snapshot, detach volume, post detach volume, and the edit update text, that will also see. Before that we want to go for the instance here, and I want to simply see what will happen while termination of this instance. So I'm simply terminating this instance. Now let's go back to the volume here. So my instance is terminating, you can see the status here. So it is shutting down. So this is the volume page. We will refreshing here. So still it's in use, although our instance state is still it's shutting down. So right now it's in terminated state, so instance has been terminated. Let's go back here and let's refresh this one. So volume has been moved. So it is deleted once our instance has been deleted. So since we have enabled deletion on the termination, so it will delete the volume. So let's move further. I'm just closing this window. I'm just going back to the EC2 console, and since there is no running instance, we will create the new one. So if you see here, there is a no instance is running here. So I'm simply creating the new instance. Taking Amazon Linux 2, the instance type is T2 macro. That's a default one for the free tier eligible. Taking the default configuration, and in a storage section we will work for the volume here. So we will going to create here the new volumes here. Let's see. So first we will try to understand this is the default one. This is the device information, the snapshot created from the Amazon AMI, and the volume type is GP2, and this is the deletion on the termination. So how we can create here? We simply create the new volume here. So we will take the sum of example here. That's I'm taking the provisional IOPS. We'll take the another example for the cold hard drive. We'll also take the example for the standard magnetic. So these three we will take here. So here you can see the configuration of the IOPS. You can configure your IOPS. So there are the different, that's throughput optimize also you can do. So let's take these three example here. So this is the information, that's a volume type, this is the device, the default size, that's given by the default one, we are not changing here, and the IOPS and the throughput information here given. We are not enabling the deletion for this particular three volume which we are going to create here, and encryption is we are not making the encryption here, that's not encrypted. If you want to do, you can use the KMS key for the encryption. Okay, let's move next. Not giving the tag here, taking the default security group here, preview, launch, and the launching instance here. So let's go back to the instance here. So my instance is running. Let's see the instance information in a storage. So you can see there are four EBS volume has been attached. So we created a 3 one, and one is the default one, that's a root. Going back for the EBS store here, if you see in the left side under EBS store, and volume is there. So I'm just clicking here. So this four type of volume is there. You can see this is the standard provisional I of CP2 is the standard, the default one, that's our default 8 GB, and this is cold hard drive, and the standard magnetic. So standard magnetic is the previous generation volume type. So this is volume type here, and let's see what we can do with this volume type. I'm just selecting here ST1, that's a volume which we have taken separately. So in action side you can see here, so we can do the modification of volume, create a snapshot, life cycle policy, detach volume. So let's do first the modification of the volume here. So you see here, so this is throughput optimize, and here the size is 125 gig. So here I want to update, I'm simply update the 200 gig here. So we can modify this optimization of gig. So from the 125 to I'm updating the 200. So here if you see the message here, it will take some time to take a performance changes for the full effect. So while extending the hard drive storage, so this will take us some time. And one more thing, you may need to extend your OS file system on the volume size, so newly allocated space. So even we change the volume size, it will again show the same 125 gig in your backend. You have to resize your partition to take the effect for your 200 gig. So you can take the reference from here for the command reference for the here it will say the how you can resize your EBS volume. So these are the document you can simply use. Okay, now I'm just clicking yes, so this will basically update. Let's close this one. So now our size has been improved from the 125 gig to the 200. Let's take now the example for the our default one root device. So let's go and let's modify this volume. So since this is the default one here, you can see here, and see in previous example we have updated the size, but here we will going to update the volume type. So let's use the GP2 to we will upgrade, that's a provisional IOPS. So one step above, and see, you see here you want to update the IOPS. So here is the minimum is 1000 100 IOPS and max is the 64,000. So the ratio is 51. You have to permit it between the IOPS and volume size. So that you have to do here. So I'm simply removing the size here of IOPS. That's making the 300, and let's do the modification here. So this will again take the your performance impact. So let's confirm, and now the modification volume is successfully applied. You can see here, and let's refresh this one. Okay, so this will again take impact. So you can see here these both are in use, having the different icon, see here, so which we have modified. That's why they have the yellow icon. This basically saying that this is under modification. So one more thing is, since we have updated this default root device, so you just observe that we have not stop our instance. We can do even instance is running same the modification. So that's one of the key features provided by the AWS. So we can update our volume even the instance is running. So let's wait for a while till the modification has been done. So let's wait. So you can see the impact has been done. So size has been increased and the type has been changed. You can see since one state has been changed, and this it's still getting the provisional state. So no problem, but this is the way how we can update. It will take a couple of minutes to update. So the next one is, there is a important question for the exam, even the same question important for the your interview. So the question is, since your EC2 instance running in US East 1A and your EBS is also in the US 1A, so how do you want to move to the different ability zone? So that is a pretty easy way. So let's do that. I'm just selecting here, that's a root device, going to the action, creating the snapshot here. So basically snapshot is exactly the copy of your disk. This is a photograph copy of your disk. So whatever at the point of time we are creating the snapshot, it will take a photograph. It's a copy of your disk, simple. So let's create the snapshot. So I'm creating the snapshot, my snap shots here. I'm giving the name and creating the snapshot here. If you just close this one. Okay, so how you can see the snapshot, you can go in the same flow here in EBS Elastic Block Store under volume. It's a snapshot. So here you can see the snapshot. Basically it will take some time to create a snapshot. First time it will take a time, then it will take gradually the difference only. So this snapshot has been created. You can see the status is completed. So using this snapshot, let's go to the action here. We can create a image. So I'm just creating image here. So we will give the name for the image here. So my custom image. Okay, so this image we will going to create, and you can see we will take the default. If you want to create change your type while creating the image, you can change your type. You can increase your size also. You can change volume type, increase the size also, and virtualization type you can change the two-way. That's a hardware assistant virtualization and part virtualization. So here we will take the default one. I'm just creating the image here. So our image has been created. Let's click here. So it will redirect to me the image under image section. That's a image AMI. So this image has been created, it's available. So from image I can launch my EC2 instance. See here, I can simply launch my EC2 instance from the particular image. So let's launch this EC2 instance, creating the next one. And here I can simply change my availability zone here. So that's the previous one is 1E. I'm just taking the 1 be here. So here that's a point, so we can change our availability zone. So I want to use the volume in a different availability zone. This is the best way. So I'm just taking the default one for the storage. Taking the default security group here. Launching the instance. So this is really very pretty cool how we can launch the instance using the elastic block volume from the one availability zone to the another availability zone. So this is really cool. Let's go back. So we have launched our instance. So this is basically under running, so that's no problem. So since we have used the way how we can move the block from the one availability zone to the another availability zone, same as the question comes, I want to move my image from the one region to another region. So same way we can use the AMI. So this is my AMI. I'm just here you can find the copy option, so we can copy our AMI from the one region to the another region. So the availability zone also we can move, even we can move the region. So snapshot we can move, use for the creating image, and from the image we can create a copy to the image one region to the another region. So this is the way how we can move. So I'm just simply changing here, so it's a London region, and here we can simply copy. So from the after copying your AMI to the another region, and from there you can launch your instance from this particular AMI. Let's move further. So since we have launched two instances, the one instance which we have used for the creating the different EBS volumes. So here in the first instance, if you see the storage section, so there are three volume we have attached. In a volume section we will go here. So there are total 5 volume is there. So the 4 volume which we attach the one instance, and second one is the second another instance. But in the previous session what we see, once we terminate our instance, volume has been deleted on the termination. So now let's see what happened once we terminate the both of instance here. So I'm selecting the both instance, changing the state from the running to the terminate. So I'm terminating these two instance. Let's wait for a while till the terminate has been completed. So if you see here, it's going to the under shutting down. So all instance has been terminated. Let's go to the volume section here. So here we can see there are two volumes which are attached as a root and marked as a termination that are deleted here. So rest of is here which is not deleted, so that's still available. So you can use this volume to another instance to attach. Simply you have to attach to the volume here, and you have to choose your instance. So if you want to attach this volume to another instance, that's a pretty cool way. So directly you want to attach, because this volume is persistent here, your data is also persistent. So now let's delete this volume. So I'm just going to select and delete this volume here. So this will delete here. So it is deleted. Let's go for the snapshot, and let's delete the snapshot also, because this will make a charge here. So since it's under use from the EBS, so this will take a while just for update. So let's wait for a while. So let's delete now. So since it's still in, let's wait for a while and post will delete. Till time, let's go for the AMI. Let's deregister our AMI. Okay, so we have pretty cool clear everything. Just we have to wait for the snapshot to deletion. That will do later.